Hey guys, it's JW Gaming here, and today I'm going to bring a video to you about Titanfall 2. Specifically, what I thought of the open tech test that's happened over the past couple of weeks, and also whether I think it can compete with the big players in the market now, which are Battlefield 1 and COD Infinite Warfare. So first of all, the tech test was pretty much an open beta. It happened on the two previous weekends. And I thought, this is coming from somebody who didn't play the first game, I thought it was good. I thought there was a bit to work on, but overall the gunplay and the movements and everything like that, I thought were good. It depends really now as to whether Respawn Studio, who are obviously a very experienced team that brought the original Call of Duties to us and the original Battlefields, can capitalise on that and fix the major problem that Titanfall 1 had, which was A, it was an Xbox One exclusive, which they've already fixed, and B, that it didn't have enough repeatability, so people would play 10 hours and get bored. So really now we've only had a snapshot of what is happening, and it really depends on how they expand on that, how many maps they introduce, how many weapons, and the varieties specifically that they introduce, because I think that will make or break the game for Titanfall 2. I really thought the movement system was good. The movement system for a game like Titanfall suits it really, as opposed to Infinite Warfare, where people have been going back and forward as to whether the movement system's a good idea. I think for Titanfall 2 it really fits the scenario with the Titans and everything like that you can grapple and boost and everything like that. So I think that is a good part of the game, and that's why one of the reasons I think that this could very well, if they get the sort of the longevity out the game and make it so people will play for loads and loads, if hundreds of hours, that they can rival Call of Duty this year, because there's been a lot of hate for the Call of Duty because of the movement system, and I think people who maybe want the movement system but don't want it in a game like Call of Duty where it doesn't really necessarily fit may gravitate towards Titanfall if they can make it into a game that people want to play for a while. So as I've said, they've already done something towards that. They've brought in new Titans, some of which we haven't seen yet, but they've hinted that we'll get at least 4 Titans, I think, 3 or 4, and also there is a campaign for the first time, so that should increase the playability of this game massively, which means that it should, in theory, attract a lot more of a player base. When it comes to Battlefield 1, I don't think necessarily it's going to rival Battlefield 1 because they're such different games. Battlefield for this year is no longer a modern military shooter, so it's really a different part of the market that's going to be focusing on Battlefield 1 as opposed to Titanfall. I'll probably personally be playing both, just because I liked I liked the way Titanfall played. I won't be playing Call of Duty because I left that a few years ago, and it's really something for me whereby I think that Titanfall could really make a dent into Call of Duty this year, because I think the way that the systems work there really actually gels well, and I think they've turned it into a really fluid game. As you can see on screen now, I've mostly been playing the game mode with bots in, so it'll be 5v5 and then a load of bots, which actually makes for some really entertaining gameplay, where you have to actually prioritise to say, oh, the bots aren't effective, so we'll go to the pilots and stuff like that. It makes for a really interesting gameplay, which you don't get on any other game at the moment. It really just means that they have to make sure it's adequately balanced. For me, there were a couple of imbalance issues, so that will also affect it, and just the amount of content in the game as to whether they offer DLC in the form of a season pass or as free DLC, or whether they expand on the current weapons list that was in the beta or the tech test, at the moment. So we'll wait to see what sort of expansion and variation of stuff they come out with on launch day, which is late October, I believe. So I'm excited and waiting for that. Alright, if you like the video, please leave it a like. If you disliked it, please leave a dislike. Say why you didn't like it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.